We back. That's funny. Not even mad. But if we crash again, I'll probably call it. I'm glad that I was at least able to be on for a while this time. So, not the worst thing. Hopefully will last, you know? Hopefully this one will be the one that stays up. Okay. And thanks for your guys' patience. Alright. We back. We live again. Alright. Chillin'. Let me go back to you fellas here. Alright. Sorry about the crash, but we'll be good. Okay. So I do want to cook. We have to cook. Dark Mark. I don't know what Dark Mark does. EXP boost is a good one. We'll do that for now. We still have a Seabream for it. I feel like right now is a good time while we're gonna make our way to the next. That's a place where I feel like it makes sense to get some extra EXP while we're just doing a little bit of like the grinding side of it. Thanks if you're rejoining. Sorry, sorry for the crash. Sorry about the wait. I know the betting may not look like much, but it still took a lot of effort to put together. Dude, you're giving me a place to sleep, man. I can't force myself to be upset with you about it. It's nothing fancy, but if you're simply looking for a place to rest that isn't outside, you're welcome to stay here. Hell yeah. Wait, cook before... No, sorry, I just rested. I'm being silly. Very, very sweet. Very, very nice of you. I think I was checking my phone while I was freaking fading from the cooking cutscene back into here. So, that's my bad. But thanks again if you're back. And sorry about the crash. I'm hoping we'll be able to stay on for like another hour-ish. We'll see. But... do I want to go do that quest? Let me see what's here. Let's do some exploring. For all I know, it's like a tiny little cave too. It might not even be a full-on. Is this where we entered from? Oh, it is. This is like where I woke up, I think. God, I'm being so silly. Or it's not where I woke up, but it's where we had that chat, like where we went inside when we first got here. Okay. I'm also like, I feel like I'm like slouching in my chair, dude. It's funny. Alright. Let us annihilate ourselves some Zoogles. Hoping we don't crash again. If we do, no big deal. I can call it.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
Hiking through the jungle. Okay, let's get this one. Let's get this shit.
Like
Let's get this shit. Let's
Calaglia
top of
was
the
pretty
morning.
hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I hate humidity as a desert
Breathe, it's so
rat
stuffy.
myself. Oh my
And
gosh.
Don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
Bro is
It's
suffering
brutal,
with that
all right.
heat.
I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking.
All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
Yeah, we're not
What
rich,
about you,
dog.
Elfin? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Well, he's from Calagua.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I
What
guess.
do you mean? What are they saying in this
Carry you when you
game?
pass out.
What are they saying, dude? Oh, I didn't even see that notification at all, because I'm freaking... Level 32 creatures, okay. So we're kind of... I need a Kisara's boost attack for these guys when they charge.
Recover, okay?
Ah, I fell right for that one.
Eat dirt! I'll run you through! Take this! It's time! Sword Ring Alpha!
I appreciate the assist, Law. Oh my goodness. Let's go. That's one.
No escape! Sword Ring Alpha! No further! You're mine! You're finished!
Kisara.
Your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
God, those are so epic, dude. I love those.
There's always room for improvement.
Okay, so from Thistleim. Oh, see, I don't know where like the right way to go is, so to speak. Let's take a little fishing break, fellas. Silver. Okay, we're about to start getting crazy like crafting materials. I'm excited. Oh wait, let me take out these Zoogles over here
Is that
first.
the Zoogle we were told to dis-
Maybe, I don't know. Doesn't matter, bro. I'm hurting them anyways. Oh, she is low. Oh my gosh.
I'm ready to go.
You're finished!
Alright, good night, man. Thanks for stopping by at all. Appreciate it a whole lot. You stay well.
Now you see what I can do!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Oh, nice.
In here.
That barely broke him?
Stay away from my friend!
Okay, we have some CP left.
You're mine! You're finished! Eternal devastation!
Now. Frozen.
Hammer.
Ugh. I love that move so much. The hammer is one of my favorite ones.
Wake up.
Damn!
Dang it. Ugh.
About that!
Sorry about that. It's fish, bruh. I actually should catch a few here just because
Now where might those fish be?
I haven't been having enough fish for a lot of the stuff I
Reel
want to
it
cook.
in.
Okay. This fishing minigame is a little bit too complicated for my personal tastes, but it's not the worst thing ever. Let's go. And then look, she says like an off-putting comment.
We
That's
can get
like,
a good meal out of this fella.
oh, never
That
mind.
fish put up a fight. Good catch.
Usually she says something like, that wasn't my best catch, or like, could have done much better than that, and it's like, alright, just tell me you hate me, I guess, because I'm trying my best. I want to fish. I keep sinking in my chair, and I'm like, not in camera, that's funny.
There we go.
Okay. Maybe next time we get the small one? I don't know if those are more rare. I would imagine the bigger ones are my aim, right? Like, those are the ones I want to get. Let's go. 2 in a row!
We can get a good meal out of this fella.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
Okay, maybe next time I will try to go for a smaller one. Or maybe there's something about my rod or my lure. Berserker Piranha, oh my gosh. Tricolored
Where
catfish.
should I cast my line?
What's that one that I kinda wanted? Oh, I'm not sure.
Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this.
Oh, there you are. I like how it glows, because if I didn't have any visual indicator of if I was doing any good, that would be like...
I've got something.
Nice. Oh, I feel like I'm doing too much. Come on. Yes, okay, that wasn't so bad. I'm learning to catch the more difficult fish.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
Ganeth Heros Piranha. Okay, that's good enough. Got a few fish, done fishing. I was born by the river. Okay. I'm not sure where to go first. Because Thistleim's like our new kind of like hub, at least for now. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be the actual next area, but that makes me want to go here for loot stuff first, you know? I'll go around a little.
Is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Seriously. Like, actually.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Valid,
But I don't
valid.
agree.
Anyway. Oh, I don't... I'm so silly. I'm making this dumbest mistake. Our healer is not in the party. That's why people are dying. Yikes. What made me do that? I'm like embarrassed. Why I was doing that? That's a good question, brother.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Oh no!
You have to hold on. No chance.
Come on, Dohalim. Come on, Dohalim. Come on, Dohalim. Dohalim, please. Dohalim, pick us up. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. And then what we're gonna do is give the life bottle to Law.
It's over. Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation.
Another incantation.
No!
Elusive deity. Soaring light spear.
Going in.
Take this. Heal.
Oh my gosh!
It's over. Can't get out of this.
Make it break.
Yes, okay.
Stop your movement.
And all stop.
I'm getting nervous now because I'm like,
My turn. Shine. Radiant light. Lunar regeneration. Regenerate. I'm not done. You picked the wrong fight.
okay, now I'm just locking back in.
Make it break.
Let's go.
Stop your movement.
And all stop your life.
Oh, the swings he does when he goes, the flips and stuff is such a cool part of it.
Power growing.
It's like the meme of Miles in the Miles Morales game when he's like, should I catch Peter or do an unnecessary backflip? And then he does the backflip from when he was fighting Rhino. Why did he do that backflip, bruh? He didn't do the backflip to dodge Peter. I think this scene was like supposed to kind of look like that, and maybe Najee Jeter wasn't like in the right place for the shot, and then they couldn't do more takes or something. I don't know. Like, it looked like he was kind of supposed to be trying to dodge Peter, but it like didn't work out for some reason.
Armor won't save you. No. It's over.
I'll take out the legs with my shield. Far enough.
Oh, we're getting a crazy combo on this fella?
It's over.
No way that ended the combo already.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what
Oh, let's go.
Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. No escape. Eat dirt.
Gale Force!
Dragon Swarm.
Not now!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. Now. Dragon Burn. Mirage. Can't get out of.
Come on. Oh, I have to switch the actual party layout because now he's not in the party all over again.
Demon's Descent. Flashing.
I didn't even realize that. Okay, so we have to change some stuff right now.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit?
No, it's not. You're just dead because I'm a fool. I need to... No, edit. Yes, we need to replace you with you. Okay. And we'll get ourselves a little bit of CP. Do we need it? No, I literally just said I was going to save it. Okay. Who could use elemental defense? Kisara. She has the shield. Why doesn't she have it way higher? And then elemental attack can go to... Yeah, you are definitely good, Rinwell. Let's go. I kind of want to raise Kisara, but if maybe that's just really not her forte, I'll give Alphen a little more. Since he's our main guy, we'll do that. Also, thanks for coming back to the stream. Sorry about the crash on the first one. If it isn't the guy who breathes fire into my soul, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Appreciate you stopping by at all. You joined at a good time if you did like just get here, because we unfortunately had a crash on the last one. But we're just continuing some Tales of Arise. You joined at a good time as well, because now we're in a part where we're going to be doing more of like just the straight up gameplay. Because we just had a lot of story exposition stuff going on, so we're just going to be doing fighting, a little bit of RPG, grinding, classics. But how have you been? I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're well. Oh, that's funny. You ask me when I ask you. I've been okay. I'm a little burnt out from the day job right now, but thankfully tonight's my night off, and I am on stream with you guys, which makes me feel better, even if not perfect. Oh, she got her Mystic Art. Let's go. Like, are you serious, bro? That animation is crazy! The dev team really cooked. Okay, and now that Dohalim's here, he can use his magic for me. I'm kind of upset at how much we lost so quickly. A little bit shamed. That's okay, though. Ugh. Also busy with work and family life. Yeah, it gets that way. Now that I'm like in my mid-20s, that's more, I'm starting to get more of that, like, those kinds of responsibilities where I really gotta lock in for stuff and like I can't, you know, I don't want to say goof around because, you know, this is important to me and it's something that the people closest to me do like know about me. So I'm not trying to say streaming and music is like dumb or anything like that, or that it's not good for me. But you know, sometimes it just comes second to the important adult stuff. So after spending as much time at my day job as I have been recently, and starting to feel really burnt out from that, it's nice to have a string of a few days off coming up for myself, including today. Oh, bro, I'm almost out of my 20s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm sure you... So then you probably even know better than me, where it's like, when a lot of that adult stuff gets in the way, it hits different than it used to. You know, before, like, even in college, it would at least be like, oh, well, at the end of, you know, most days, I kind of just still go to my dorm, nothing too crazy in terms of, like, having full-on responsibilities, but I own a car now, so I have car insurance to pay, and I recently went to go see the dentist again. I got my wisdom teeth pulled and had to deal with recovery, which makes me appreciate being able to eat regular snacks so much more right now. Whatever your favorite snack is, have some and just appreciate that you can have it normally. For those of us who couldn't for a while, or maybe you were at a point, at some point in time when you couldn't, my advice is clutch up. You're right, bro. We're kind of low right now. That's why I got a little bit of the that CP there back. But you're right. We do got to clutch up in life and in game. Oh man, I am not doing that good. Here we go. Okay, now I'm kind of locking it a little bit again. Oh, she keeps getting the state. Are you still writing music? Yes, actually. I'm kind of grateful you asked about that because in the description of the stream, if you go look, there's a Lyrical Lemonade medley that I wrote, the newest thing I dropped. I wanted to drop a song in February. Unfortunately, I couldn't. But I did drop that in January, so I still have some relatively new music out, but it's in the link of the stream if you want to check that out. I get very personal on it. It's very deep. So, you know, maybe if you watch that, don't come back to chat and be like, damn, like, and talk about that necessarily. But I'm learning to get personal with the music. I'm learning to let myself really express myself, making business moves, in the music sense, and also just trying to have fun with it and hold myself accountable for some of the stuff. But yeah, speaking of music stuff, if you're on like my Instagram regularly, you'll know this already, but for some reason, my song Ragnarok blew up in Brazil. I don't think the streams are botted. I'm like 99% sure they're not, and that it's real people. And the only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of times when your streams are botted, the telltale sign is that it's added to like a really weird playlist, and you'll see like in Spotify for artists, which is one good thing, is that they have that artist app. There's a feature where it tells you where the streams are coming from, not just in terms of the location, but also the device they're using and how they're listening to it. So like if they're listening to it as part of a playlist or listening to it as like from their own personal like saved songs, if they're listening to it from a link, so that you can tell if like a link is working, like on like if you're running ads on something, so you can check to see if like your ad is working if they're like clicking that link. And for Ragnarok, all of the streams are coming from Brazil, but it's coming from those people's personal libraries. It's like from their saved songs is like 99% of those streams. And it's weird because I know, I mean, I'm not, you know, oblivious. I know, of course, that there are folks who speak English and love hip-hop all around the world. But it just feels weird to have folks in Brazil listening to my music, like, seriously and liking it. It's like, what? I mean, hello, I welcome you, and I'm so glad you like my music, but low-key, like, what are you doing here? Like, how did you find my music? And another piece of evidence that I have that the streams are actually real is that, the views for the Ragnarok visualizer that I have on this very YouTube channel, I started noticing that recently, it's not a whole lot, but some of the views are increasing on that as well, which is really crazy. So the visualizer on YouTube is getting its views up and the Spotify streams are going up, so that's what really makes me feel like, oh, this is probably real. So then it makes me question all over again, why are you guys listening to my music? Thank you, but it's just kind of weird. It feels random, even if it's not actually, of course, literally random. Okay, so we'll go for this encounter, and then we'll see a clearing so we can rest, because we're out of our energy right now. Also, for the sake of... hold on, let me... Okay. I'm going to close a couple of things. I had a couple of tabs open on my laptop. I don't know how much closing them will help, but I really don't want the stream to crash again. So... Okay, we'll stop you for break.
Can't get out of this! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! You're mine!
Okay, I'm pretty low. It's kind of like with Baby No Money. He was big in China first before here. Yeah, like random, like kind of like why? Drake Bell more popular in Mexico. Task Manager and see what's running in the background? You're right, I should do that. Well, because I'm not streaming from my PC, I'm streaming from the PS5, so I'm just trying to save like signal bandwidth. But I do go Task Manager a lot when I'm like editing, because sometimes I end up leaving Chrome open or something while I'm editing, and then I'm like, why is it running so slow? Because, you know, Chrome can be a resource hog. Oh, this is sick, dude.
No escape! Tempest engulfs you! Destruction! Rending you apart!
Oh no! Yes!
All yours, Kisara!
Oh, I love the blade made of the gem, and that's so sick. That's one of my favorite versions of these, like, end of game animations.
All yours, Kisara!
Oh, and we got it again! It's like the universe heard me and was like, bro, I got you, Danny, I got you. Thanks, universe.
I'm practically unstoppable.
Don't say that, because we were very close to getting our shit rocked, for lack of a better term. But yeah, you lead with some good examples, so I'm not trying to, like, doubt myself or say that it's impossible that the streams are real and stuff. It just is a little weird, because it's like, damn, what are y'all doing here? Like, you know, I feel like I'm just some dude in the States, very far away from you. Like, what made you find my music, I guess, is just my real question. I'm grateful for it, though. It's so nice that people are checking out my stuff in other places. Yeah. Sorry, I got a message. But yeah, it's really nice to be streaming right now. I feel like I needed kind of a thing to fill out some of my day, and this is it. I feel moderately productive when I am streaming. Mother Dana can be just as cruel too. That's true, man. Exhaustion and just regular natural stuff. Commodity items. Boom, here we go. So then we get 33 more. Low-key, oh, I'm so silly. I was talking about, like, lacking money earlier. That's probably one of the easiest ways to get it, is probably literally just to, to just fish. Even if it, like, takes kind of a while to really farm it, I can probably do that. Okay. So let's sell. We don't have any armor. Let's buy... Ooh, should we start buying the armor? Because it gives him 41 on plus on one of them. I think that's elemental resistance, which is a really good thing to improve. Let me get it for Dohwin, because he's in our party right now. Ugh, excuse me. Purchase and equip, yes. Okay, that's good enough. And then, yeah, we'll get some of that food. Oh, sheep can be raised. Okay, that's so sick. And now we have 4 slots. Heck yeah. Okay, so let's do 2 sets of sheep, since they're the new ones and we wanna get them. Let's do a horse and then a chicken. Simple farm life. Heck yeah. Okay. Forged weapon. We don't have the money, but we did buy that thing. Create accessory, manage ranch. No, I think I'm good. So, camp time.
You make sure to rest too, Hootle.
Sweet. Okay. And enjoy the vibes and the campfire for a second. I unfortunately have to take another bathroom break. But once again, the links on all of my stuff are in the description if you want to check out some music. Like the stream, subscribe for more. I do like to stream. I tried to do it regularly for a while. Stuff got in the way, but I'm hoping to at least just do it here and there. And I just do it as a hobby. I do it for fun. So if you're having a good time, leave a like on the stream. Let folks know about it next time I'm live. Send it to anybody else you want to join. I'll be right back. We back. We back again. Shady's back. Just kidding. I am not shady. At all. I swear. I don't have any business practices that are frowned upon and or illegal. Don't check my taxes, huh? Just kidding. We just barely cooked this. So let's do something else. Let's do... Are your arms heavy? That's a good one. Heal HP, rare or rate. We'll do defense. I feel like this one's simple. Cuts duration by 25%, boosts the effect by 50%. Let's do better effect. Did your mom make spaghetti? You know what's really funny, actually? Mama made lasagna a couple nights ago. So, that's really funny. Okay, since you're here, and since you stayed here for the break, I'll allow you to pick which character we speak to, Rinwell or Dohalim. When they have those text bubbles above them, it means that talking to them will reveal like important story stuff. So, I'll let you pick. I'll give you a sec. The wifey. You're right. You're right. You're right. She do be cute.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you?
Oh, this is kind of sweet,
right?
actually.
Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Don't say that.
In fact, not at all.
You own the game on
Magic's
Xbox, but
not
it's
so
still
special
sealed.
when you're not allowed to use it.
Hey, maybe keep it. I don't
Scared
know.
of who might be watching?
Collectible.
Right.
That's
Sorry
true.
about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It
Dang.
doesn't make any sense if you think about it. Studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
That's crazy.
Memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
The more I think about it, the less it makes sense, though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right?
I think
Why
so.
didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe at
Maybe
one point they were?
tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever
Dang.
considered it might have been something like that?
It's still kind of weird to see
Guess I
Alphen's
haven't.
face in the
I
cutscenes,
wonder
because as
why
I'm sure
magic
you
alone
know,
attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just
since
as
you
lethal
own the
in
game,
right
on the
hands.
cover he has that
Why
mask
not
on
ban
still.
magic?
It's weird to see his whole
My
face.
best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So,
Okay.
you either have the gift or you don't.
And it's like that with
Something's
some
not
folks,
easily
some stuff in
attainable,
real life
it's
too.
hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not...
Oh my gosh, they're cooking right
Could
now.
just as easily have been
These are
anything.
great writers.
Yeah.
She's like conflicted. But to answer your question,
Night, everyone.
I unfortunately still haven't 2 or 3 episodes. But of course I've seen the Super Saiyan 4.
Another day, another gold.
It's kind of impossible to keep something as huge as Dragon Ball under wraps, like at all. So I'm not mad about it, really. The form cooked, I think. A lot of people have been pointing out stuff online about how, like, it's irks with the canon a little, like it kind of messes with some other already established stuff, and that's kind of weird, because, like, for example, in the manga, Goku was referring to either Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. He was like, this is my 4th form, to suggest it's Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and then Super Saiyan God. But now that's not canon because Daima's between them, and it's like... So if you're a person who cares about story consistencies and, like, a really grounded world, then I totally get why you might be a huge fan of, like, Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z and not really rock with Super as much and not really like Daima. But I don't know, I just never took it that seriously. And I'm a huge fan, so just take it as a comic book and accept the retcon. Yeah, that's kind of like the same boat I'm in too, honestly. It's like, yeah, I get that it kind of sucks that it's not this tightly knit story. And yes, it's totally a retcon. There's no way this was planned. And sometimes that feeling that something is just happening as you're watching it, as opposed to being like a pre-planned thing. I don't know. I just really don't take a lot of issue with it. And you saying that too, yeah, Toriyama forgetting things, it's like, bruh, the franchise has been going on for so long. And some people might say, oh, that's not an excuse, like, you know, you should research your own stuff if you forget. And it's like, I get the point of that, but if he's not enjoying himself making it, then what's the point? And from what I hear from folks like Sean Schummel and, you know, some of the people who are more closely connected to this than I could ever be, it seems like he enjoyed what he was doing. It seemed like he came back to it not because rent was due and because he needed to, you know, get this done. I mean, obviously, unfortunately, he passed before Daima could fully air, so we know it wasn't just because of like some kind of desperation to please fans. And if anything, even if it was, that's kind of sweet. It's like, wow, he cared enough about the fans and what they wanted to see that his dying action was just, let me give them what they want. So I'm kind of just like in the same boat as you, where it's just like, yeah, some of the retcons are kind of weird, but just take it like a comic book, accept the retcon, just let it be what it is. I feel the same way about the MCU, where like a lot of folks, it's so funny. I might have even said this on a stream before, let alone just said it, period. But MCU fans are so used to like the super consistent single like through line story that always goes somewhere and always leads to a good place of like the early, you know, phase 1 through 3 MCU. That now seeing all of the random interconnected things and disliking how many different movies and shows you have to watch to understand the full context of the Marvel Universe, like newer MCU fans getting frustrated at this, I feel like that one meme of James Franco where he's looking into the camera, he's like, first time, because now they just know what it's like to be a comic book fan. There's constant retcons and different runs from different writers and different versions of the same character with the same technical origin stories who just are different because they're from a different run or a different time. Like, for example, I know that the new Fantastic Four movie is not going to be set in the MCU's version of Earth 616, and some folks might take issue with that, but I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like, as I said before, it's just really not that serious. But secondarily, it's like, this is just kind of what it is to be a fan of something that has such a huge world. It's kind of impossible to look at everything and keep things so tightly knit when so many different people are working on different characters. There might be a person who's used to writing Spider-Man but is chosen for the Daredevil show, and so they put Spider-Man in there as a cameo, and then fans complain because that version of Spider-Man isn't as grounded and real as the version that they got from a completely different writer from a version of Spider-Man that was in a different universe. Like, it gets really complicated and fuzzy, and I don't blame people for having their opinions, but to just pretend like the new version of the MCU is complete garbage just because like some stuff is confusing and it's very convoluted is just kind of silly. Daima also showed a lot of fake and new Dragon Ball fans. Yeah, that's true. Folks who didn't really like it but were along for the hype train of like Ultra Instinct with Super, and then didn't really like rock with the direction of the show afterwards, when really it's still pretty similar for all intents and purposes. It's not so different that it's like a different series now. It's pretty consistent, at least in terms of like the kinds of stories that it tells, and you know, the loop of like there being a new threat, Goku getting a new form, it blowing up the internet every single time. Like, I like how people forget Piccolo and Kami were the same person. Yeah, exactly. Different person, yeah.
Looks like we got them all.
So yeah, I just try not to read too much into that stuff, which is a powerful thing in general for myself that I've been doing, is really just trying not to give the internet too much of my attention. No, not just the internet in general, as in the internet is inherently bad, but you know, just everybody has all these negative things to say, and the apps are designed to grab your attention. That's their main purpose, is to keep you engaged and keep you... Oh, there's our little owl buddy. Can I look at you this way, or do I have to go up over here? because I don't see any ladders. We'll come back to you later. But the apps are literally designed to just keep you engaged for as long as possible and to keep you occupied. And what occupies and makes people want to message back and be spiteful and be correct more than, you know, getting angry and having arguments. So I try not to be on the internet too much, which is funny because I'm streaming, I know. But
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Yes, I know. We got new owls. I just try not to feed into all that negative, all those opinions too much. People are allowed to think what they think, but I can't concern myself so much with all of that. It's not worth my personal energy. It's not worth forcing myself to dislike something that I just genuinely enjoy. Because if you really wanted to, you could poke holes in anything, and you could be negative and overly criticize whatever you want to the point where you could believe that even things like, I don't know, universally renowned masterpieces are actually complete pieces of garbage, and here's my hot take of why it was actually never good. And it's like, somebody will always be trying to have some form of like negativity to just, they'll have something to say, you know? And I don't know, I guess in a weird way, that's one benefit of my day job. I work retail, and of course I deal with customers a lot. So it's good to remember that, like, whatever these people say about me, man, we can leave it behind at where it is. And that doesn't mean I'm immune to criticism or anything like that. Like, of course, like, if I'm genuinely doing something wrong, I would want to know about that and have folks that are close to me tell me the truth about me slipping up and being the one who's in the wrong. But, man, when it comes to me liking silly, goofy, dumb Dragon Ball transformation number 47, I don't care. It's for me. And that's not to say that it's silly and dumb, but if that's how they see it, then cool, let me enjoy my silly, dumb thing. It's for me, it's not for you. And that's okay that it's not for you. The fact that, like, any of that has to be said in itself is kind of silly, but you get my point.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
Okay, bet, we'll rest again.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Exactly.
Huh?
Secure your
It's not
mask
only the
before
mountain.
anybody else,
Hard though
etc.
that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
They're for Nam. Okay. When he fused with Kami, he's a Namek who forgot his true name long ago. He kept the same Piccolo was because Goku called him Kamikolo. When Diamond was airing on Twitter, everyone who was praising the show, there's some One Piece fan says there's some toxic thing. Oh, yeah. That'll never change my love for it. Yeah, exactly, bro. And a lot of it, too, don't get me wrong, people can have whatever opinions they want, and that doesn't have to affect how I feel about stuff. But man, some of it really is just rage bait. Like, when people were trying to say that the One Piece, like, Gear 5 was a more iconic transformation than Super Saiyan, it's like, bro, that's bait.
Huh?
Like,
Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
even if it is awesome.
Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Wow.
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
Like a
The
seal?
reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible.
Like shutting him
As for
down
how,
entirely.
I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
Okay, okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah.
This is getting
Right.
really good.
Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Xion. I know we will.
I like the idea of the mask potentially being like the thing that was clouding all of his pain, because it was also clouding like his mental like anguish. So his connection to Xion, we still don't know how they're actually connected, but his connection to Xion was strong enough and his desire to save her powerful enough that it allowed him to literally take off his mask and show his true self. That's pretty on the nose metaphor, but okay. And now he feels pain again. And it could almost be seen as like a message about the nature of pain. As in, like, yes, we go through hardships and we go through trials and tribulations and we experience hurt, but it is us experiencing hurt that allows us to express our truest selves and become our truest selves. That is a bar. Okay. Let's get something pretty simple. Let's just do heal HP after battle. Or we'll do elemental defense. Why not?
Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
All right. Oh, what do you have in that dress? Don't get weird, bruh. Ah, now she can't touch him anymore.
I'm all alone.
This hurts. She's so scared. Why is she fine? She
Let's
is
go.
fine.
We don't want to keep Xion waiting.
She's kind of combative, honestly. But that's not the worst thing ever. She has very good reason to be.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
It's the spells, dude.
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
I'm pretty sure it's
No,
just her
really.
spells, right?
It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your
Ooh.
magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Oh.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on. Are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Okay, I get it. We'll do a couple more of these dialogue things. We'll get into some fights, and then I think we'll call it for the stream pretty soon. But I sincerely appreciate you coming by. Seriously.
Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me.
She proved him right. Yeah, a little bit.
I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
They're very sweet together.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me.
Nah, it's not like that, dude.
Stupid.
Our pain follows us, but it doesn't have to be the reason. We don't have to make ourselves suffer.
But still.
Reminder of our
I don't
failures
think
is
those
not
nightmares
punishment.
going away
Quote from
means you've
Kratos.
forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past?
Alphen hasn't come to terms with it yet, but
Yeah,
at least he
I
remembers.
do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts.
Boy, Kratos. Yeah, the most popular quote.
Rinwell.
Dang. That's powerful stuff, man. I like the dialogue in this game. That's why I feel like I wanted to get back on stream again after the first one crashed, because it's a lot of just heavy dialogue stuff. It's not really that much action. I mean, it is. That's like the main aspect of the game, but a lot of it is just sitting for the cutscenes, and, you know, if you don't really care about the characters and story all that much, you're not going to get that much out of it. But... Okay, so it looks like this is going to be kind of like a little questing area we can go into. We'll get some...
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will.
Yeah, I
There's
guess.
always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me...
Let me tell you about Sword
together
Art
back on the
Online.
beach,
Those games are action,
I
but so
could
much
hardly
cutscene and
believe my
dialogue.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's not like we had a
Kind of like the
choice or anything.
JRPG formula thing.
Law and Kisara
You gotta
had
get
to
used to
came back
it.
to convince the villagers we meant them no harm.
Oh, man.
More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be.
Yeah, that's
I
progress.
guess you could say it's a work in progress.
Exactly.
I see.
You don't have to be that version of
You hear
yourself that you
Law?
were.
Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's rad.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I
That's
think
funny.
that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
That's crazy.
Really?
Kisara
In that
said
case, I will have to
Dohalim's
feel guilty
broken.
getting annoyed by it.
I like the clash in the cultures that they kind of have going on there. And I kind of like that Rinwell, like, for a really long time couldn't get over her hatred for Dohalim and all of the Renans in general, and that she kind of low-key was a little bit racist. I don't like the racism, obviously, but just, like, I like that she has kind of her own personal arc to go on. It felt like last chapter was really about her, Law, Alphen. Those were kind of like the three who did the most growing. Obviously, Alphen the most from like breaking the mask and stuff. But Rinwell, from like learning to slowly get past her hatred of Renans in general.
Let's see what you've got.
And Law a little bit too, because he was the one who like did some of his internal growing of now being able to say like, hey, I got my revenge and it didn't make me feel better. And that's like a really common theme in these games too. It's been said a million different ways, a million different times. But I don't know, I still find it charming. I feel like as long as it's done decently well, you know, why force yourself to hate it?
Shut him down. Hurricane. I'll crush
Oh, here we go.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Here we go. Oh, and then he gets to finish them off. That's sick. One of my favorite ones, I'll try to have it come up soon, is the one between Alphen and Dohun. That's another one of my favorite versions of these animations.
Look sharp.
But I like Lightning Tiger Blade. But yeah, Sword Art Online, honestly, some of those games I've kind of looked into. But then I kind of feel like I would be doing myself a disservice by not watching at least some of the anime first. Good character writing is always a big thing in games. Yeah, sincerely. I can't imagine certain games going through them without having compelling character arcs. And I feel like your balance doesn't even really have to be one way or the other.
It's more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you...
Ooh, she's not here.
Oh. Right.
Oh, dude, he misses her bad. Bro, he's down bad. But for real, I feel like you can have balance either way. One of the last JRPGs I played was... it was another action RPG. It was Ni no Kuni 2. And that was another one where it was like a lot of like dialogue moments, a lot of sitting through cutscenes. But it wasn't nearly as much as this game is doing it. But one thing I will say about Ni no Kuni 2 is that it had more distractions, and it had more like free-flowing gameplay. This one is kind of more I mean, I'm not trying to say that the combat in Ni no Kuni 2 didn't get difficult. That last fight, the final boss in Ni no Kuni 2 was actually crazy difficult for me to get through. So I'm not saying that it didn't get difficult or complicated, but just rather that like there were a lot more random systems in that game. Let's go, this one! This is my favorite. Oh, that's so sick. Here we go. But yeah, I just feel like... Oh, this one's so sick! Hold on, I'm like... I know I was talking about something, but I'm locking in right now. And I'll stop your life! It would be so fun to be a voice actor.
Even stronger than before.
Oh, what was I saying though? I was talking about, oh yeah, Ni no Kuni 2 had, like the kingdom management with spending your resources on buying new buildings and talking to people and doing side quests to get them to move back into your town. Another RPG that has that is Sandland, which is funny, we're talking about like Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama's Sandland, that game, is another one where you get people to go back to your town. But in Ni no Kuni 2, you also played the war mini-games, the one where like you're on this battlefield and your characters are little chibi versions of themselves, and it's kind of like a tactical fighter and less of like a action, like doing combos and stuff like that. So I feel like that's one of the beautiful things about games and RPGs in general, especially nowadays, is that there's so much that you can do with them. And I feel like that perfect example for me is like the difference between Tales of Arise and Ni no Kuni 2, where Tales of Arise is a lot more focused on the deep character writing. You really have to care about the characters to love the game, and you have to pay attention to a lot of cutscenes. And the game even incentivizes you to just sit through more cutscenes by giving you sometimes bonuses and gameplay rewards for doing certain things and spending time with them. There are other side mechanics in the game, like cooking and like the resting and stuff, and you know, crafting, like regular RPG kind of stuff in that sense. But it's not really a lot of different kinds of like full gameplay. The main gameplay is and always is gonna be like the main draw of Tales of Arise is this, the combat, the fighting. And that's not a bad thing. It's just to say, like, it's so cool that there's so many different kinds of RPGs that are allowed to exist at once. Because then there's stuff like Ni no Kuni 2 and stuff like Tales of Arise. And it's cool that they both get to exist. Here we go. Oh, the crystal one. I love this one. Take a drink every time take a drink every time Danny says he likes one of the animations. It's just so cool. What can I say? Oh, and then he just went over limit. Oh, I like how they do the switching back and forth on that one. That's so sick. Oh, it is Mystic Art. We're doing good. Dark Cloud on PS2 is like that with Towns. Yeah. You know, that's another one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the PlayStation Plus, like the premium subscription on their classics. Is that an RPG I should check out? People say it's really good, but I don't know if it would really be like my flavor or my taste.
I wonder if we can make new weapons.
I've been wanting to try turn-based RPGs too more, because I love South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I actually played that one and still haven't played Stick of Truth. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, I am not really too sure about Dark Cloud. I don't know that much about that series. And isn't that another one of those series too that is called something else, like in the UK? I don't know. Map list, lower level. I heard it's like Legend of Zelda with town managing. Okay. I see the vision. Or at least I think I do. But yeah, I'm down to get to one more little town here, one more like checkpoint if you want to call it, and then call it for tonight on the stream. But I sincerely appreciate you stopping by again. I'm glad that you still tune in, seriously. I feel like I'm not that good at fighting these guys. I'm not sure what I should use to break them. It is on PS4 because the PS2 to PS4. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought so. Maybe I'll try it someday. But I have a bad habit of starting games before I finish any, so let me not start that yet. But I will eventually.
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here.
$10, that's not bad. But I definitely might try it. Oh man. I can get this one right here. Yes! Oh, the crystal is crazy. Oh, I can't right now. Oh, they're dying. We're almost out of CP too. We need a place to rest pretty soon.
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
Yes! Oh, this one! That's always such a cool thing as well. And I feel like it kind of feeds into like that primal like desire for just cool spectacle. But it's like a gamble on which animation you're gonna get. I can pick Alphen to be in the combo every single time, but because he can get paired with, let's see, it's Alphen and Law, Rinwell, Xion, Dohalim, and Kisara. There's 5 different possible animations you could get with him. And then you're like, okay, maybe you kind of get sick of Alphen. So then there's 5 or like 4 more, I think, if you count. Oh, I'm trying to think because of like certain character combos. I'm having trouble doing the math. But basically, there's lots of different animations you can see. So even if you always want to see Rinwell doing something cool, you hit Rinwell, and she could get paired with Dohalim, she could get paired with Alphen, and it's so cool because you're like, oh, what is Rinwell gonna do this time? And then she does a sick combo. It's just like, that's just good game design. That's just fun way to make a game. Okay, I'll crack open my copy of Arise. Sorry, I'm like low-key selling the game to you and not even on purpose. I remember when Dark Cloud was considered a rare game in the early 20... it was expensive as hell, now it's like $20. Yeah, I was like that recently. I caved, I made kind of a... I don't want to say a bad choice, but just kind of a little bit of quite the silly choice, if I'm being brutally honest. I paid full price somebody for
a moment.
Not somebody, I got it off of online, like the internet, like a retro shop.
I hate to break it to you, man.
But I bought
You're saying
Spider-Man
you
Web of
keep
Shadows. It's super rare, and I've wanted it for a really long time, and I had been saving a little while for it, so I just caved. I know it might not be the best use of my money, but I know that pain all too well of like a game just being so expensive. And I don't know whether to be like happy or glad that now it's better. I mean, I guess for the consumer's sake, it's always better that it's cheaper, right? So I'm not trying to actually argue stuff should cost more arbitrarily. But sometimes owning a rare thing is cool just because, yeah, like it's rare and, you know, not everybody can have it, but you got it and that's really cool. I feel that way about my copy of the movie tie-in game for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's rare for the same reason that Spider-Man Web of Shadows is. It's because it was made by Activision, and they don't have the license to sell Spider-Man games anymore. I work at a local game store, and that Web of Shadows is yelling at me to buy it. I know, that was the thing, too! Because I have a local retro shop that I like to frequent, and I saw it there one day, and something made me just be like, no, I shouldn't. I should just, you know, I should just let myself, get some more. And then, oh, use. So that we can get some more heals. I remember saying to myself, no, I really don't need it, like, it's not that big a deal. Plus, it costs a whole lot of money, like, it'll probably be here when I come back. And that was my fatal mistake, because the very next time I walked into that exact same shop, Web of Shadows was gone. So now I bought it online, because I was like, I've been wanting it for a long time. It's a lot of money, but it's for something that I've, you know, pined for a while now. Let me just get it. Let me just actually buy it. Just so that I can own it. It's something I care about. I think that's one of my, like, I don't want to call it secret, but just kind of lesser known criteria for whether I'll buy something, especially if it's a pretty pricey thing, is it's like, have I been wanting it for a while? Have I thought about it and talked to people about it? And another good thing I like to do is I like to say if you can buy it twice, which is basically my way of saying I should have enough in my savings, you know, when I want to splurge on myself a whole lot. Do I have enough to buy it twice? Because if I don't have enough to buy it twice, it just doesn't feel responsible to, you know, it doesn't feel responsible to be spending that much money. And I could have bought it twice. I'm very lucky right now to have gotten promoted at my job like a little less than a year ago now. So I make decent money. It's not terrible. And I really wanted it. And I think it's good to, you know, as corny as it might sound, show myself a little bit of kindness and allow myself to just get something just because I want it.
You're welcome to try, but that water...
Oh, I tried to avoid them. I'm not trying to, like, hurry up and... I'm not trying to just hurry up and get to the next campsite, but I know that there's not even one in this place. So I want to at least know where it is. So I might avoid a few fights in the future and call it for the stream. It's not like I'm having a terrible time, but I am about ready to wrap it up for myself. I've been yapping for a while, and it feels good. Again, thanks for stopping by at all. It means a lot. If you feel like, leave a like on this stream. You know, the whole YouTuber algorithm thing, it helps when you leave the like. But regardless, I'm glad you're hanging out, seriously. Here we go, Dohalim. Alright. Get a copy of Shattered Dimensions for $30 since they don't quality check it. It's too scratch to play. That sucks. I'm so sorry, dude. It sucks too because I know, like, past a certain time.
That wasn't even a problem.
You know what's funny actually about quality checks? I got a PS3 from GameStop recently, and it didn't work. I had to buy a different, which is so funny now that I'm thinking about it. That's two different times that. Dang, that's weird that I haven't like made this connection before. That's two different times than that. Shopping online for gaming stuff was better than going to the actual retail store. Cause I mean, it wasn't the Retro Game Shop's fault that I didn't buy Web of Shadows before someone else did, but they bought Web of Shadows, and that was a place where it was just better to get it online. And it was same with my PS3. I bought it from GameStop, and then it didn't work, so it was better to just buy it online. That's funny. I didn't even like make that internal connection until just now. I always recommend buying consoles at local game stores. Yeah, those folks are really cool. I feel like because they're not backed by a corporation that like has to make a lot of money and meet all these crazy quotas, outside of just being at least stable enough to like pay their bills on whatever their lease is or whatever, like most of the like local shops that I've met, no matter what they're actually selling, but for games specifically, they've always had the coolest attitude about just like, dude, if it doesn't work, just bring it back. I'm not about to like sell you a bunk product and ruin my reputation and be dishonorable. Like, if it doesn't work, just bring it back. Whereas from GameStop, you know, and I'm not saying it's the employee's fault, it's, you know, the whole corporation thing's fault, but it sucks because sometimes if you didn't, like, meet the requirements of a policy to return something, you just wasted your money, and that sucks. Oh, they're giving me this crystal animation a lot. I like this. Look at how, like, that slow-mo, too, and the sparkle, like, the particle effects, dude, it's just so raw.
Healing arts last.
Okay. I kind of want to go exploring more side stuff. Maybe I could do some more farming later. But since I'm pretty low right now on my points, and I don't really want to use my gel unless it's like for a boss fight, I'm gonna find a place to rest and then call it for the stream. Oh, we can tear this down with 40 more. Okay, let's do it. I hope it's not a fight. Let's go, Law. Yes! Okay. What is this? Oh, a better cape for her!
That is really interesting.
Yes, and I'm glad I didn't get her the purchasable one, because now she's gonna get a crazy up. Oh wait, no, that's not for her. Oh, who's it for? Wait, was it? It is for the one I bought one for. Oh! You know what? That's okay, because it's still 47, 35, 46 game. It's not that bad. One day I'll have a working copy of Shattered Dimensions. I have one. I hope that you find one as well. It is a blessing to have, and it's so fun. Just the feeling, I'm not trying to like rub it in your face, but just like, it's so nice having the feeling of like, just like being able to look at it. The only thing that sucks is that the place I got Shattered Dimensions from, just found one. Where you at? Yeah, I knew you were making that joke. That's funny. Oh man. Where are you?
We've been halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Oh man, I kind of want to run.
Are you serious? That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah.
Oh no! Can I try to flee? Escape. Okay. We just gotta live this long. This is not that hard. Yeah. Okay. But the only thing that sucks is the place I got it from, it didn't have the original case and manual and stuff. So, I have just the disc, and it's just wrapped in the standard like case, like just a black case of just like nothing. Is Cali still super? Yeah, Cali's still pretty bad. I mean, it's California, you know.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Okay, perfect. Look, here we go. Okay, so we just got to autosave. Let's do this. You sense a mysterious power. Okay, so we got the healing light. This will be a perfect place to call stream. HP fully restored. Let's see how much money we got. Let's sell commodity. Oh, we don't have any. Jeez. Okay, let's sell the other armor that we're not using. And then let's buy more orange gel to replace the one we used. Let's get... who gets the biggest can? So he gets 43 of that, 48. You get the best, like, even one. 2020. Oh, man. You know what? I'll get it for myself. Why not treat myself a little bit? Actually, what am I saying? I could get, like, all of these. What am I doing? I have the money for these. This is why we've been grinding. And I just won't get it for Dohalim because that would be a D grade for him. But literally all of these I can just equip right now. And then I can sell the old ones. And then we get a lot of our money back anyways. Yeah, now we're at 6,900. Nice. Same with your Spider-Man hardware custom cases. Link you the eBay seller where I got them. Good quality. I can send it to you on IG. Yeah, sure. If you'd like to. Yeah, IG's fine. Thanks, dude. But yeah, it's so funny because like I used to see the case and cover sellers and be like, all of those are just scams. That is completely useless. That doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody, you know, why would anybody do that? It's obviously just a scam to make you think that you're getting the full game, and you're not actually getting the game, you're just getting the case and stuff. That's so scummy. And now finally that I have a retro game that I want to display like on my shelf, and it doesn't have the original case and manual, now I'm like, dang, now I finally see that that's actually a good kind of service to have. I don't doubt that at least some of them are purely still just scams. But not all of them have to be, and it's so funny to like realize that through.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Yes, we did. Okay, so we are going to 1 second. We're gonna save. Needed Shattered Dimensions. Yeah. Manual 2. See, look, one of my saves is from. Goodness. June of 2023. So, and I was at level 17, so that means I wasn't like at the very beginning of the game. I was kind of deep. And I just stopped playing for some reason. So now I'm at 44 hours. To be fair, probably at least 4 to 5 hours of that is just idle time, if not even more, because it's just me sitting and playing the cutscenes, or like how I have a couple times in the stream, just like going for a bathroom break or something. But I got into the game because it's funny, downloadable content. There's an expansion for this game out, so I don't know if I'll ever stream that. I still am not even sure if I'll stream the ending of this game, because I have played sessions in between streams. If you're just getting here, sorry, but we're calling it here. I'm a rapper. I go by the name Danny Dragon. Streaming is really more like my side thing, so I don't always try to play the full game on stream. Maybe at some point it would be kind of nice to. I could have
sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
That's crazy. But maybe at some point I'll have a game that I just play on stream. A game that's like from start to finish, I'll play it on YouTube. That would be pretty fun. I used to do that in like all of the videos when I was younger, but now I mainly focus on music. I make hip-hop. The links are in the description if you want to check me out. Like the stream, subscribe, all of that to see more music and more gaming streams. I want to have like a good balance of both. But yeah, I sincerely appreciate y'all for coming out. Thanks again, man, for stopping by. It's good to see you again. And to everybody who is here, even if you're watching the VOD later, thank you for checking it out, especially if you're on this one, because that means you stuck around for part 2. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I had a pretty good night. I hope you guys did as well. Hope it was cool to be with me and chat for a bit. But yeah, I'll see you folks later. Check out the music when you get a chance, and I'll see you guys when I stream again. I'm hoping it will be like within a week or a little more. I don't want it to take too long. So I'll see you when I see you. Later. That was a pretty bad voice crack. Bye.